What is going on, my fellow YouTubers? Got a lot of questions about the steam machine that I use. What kind of steam machine do I use to take the neck off, or when I need steam? What do I do? I see a lot of guys on YouTube steaming off a neck or whatever, and man, the guitar just fills up with water and it runs all down the sides and everywhere. I just steamed the neck off this Gibson Dove, and there is no signs of steam in there. You can see it there if I get the light right. No signs of any water in there at all. That can be controlled if you know how to, or got a machine that will allow you to control the steam. Now I have two of these hoses and needles. This is a 5/64 OD outside diameter needle, and it's a long mother. And I have another needle and hose with a 1/16 needle outside diameter. It's not as long as this one is. So depending on what I'm working on, the guitar I usually use this one because it's longer and can get down in there better. The 1/16 is, like I say, it's shorter, so I can use it on mandolins and I don't know, little smaller ukuleles or whatever, small instruments. So there's that. I'm going to get the camera in hand and bring you over here now and show you this funky, wicked device, and show you why, or how rather, I can control how much steam gets down in there. Like I say, too much steam is not good. It's not good for the finish. It's not good for the guitar glue joints or the braces or the wood or anything else. If you want to use as little as steam as possible, that's what I'm trying to get across. And you can control it with a rig like I have here. So hold on, let me get the camera and I'll show it to you. I'll just show it to you right now. Hold on. Here it is, folks. All this is, it's still hot from today, earlier. All this is a pressure cooker. The warden here at the house that never sleeps loaned it to me. I think I'm going to try to hang on to it. It's got a, this is a relief valve in case pressure, builds up too much. It's also got the manual one here that I can let pressure off if I think it's getting to be too much steam. And it just goes through the hose into the needle, out of the needle into the guitar. But here, this is, I forget what they call that thing. New Wave. New Wave pick gold. Now I bought two of these for the warden, and she only uses one, and I said, well, hey, I got a good use for that other one. If you're not going to use it, I can put it to good use. So all I do is just, I fill this pressure cooker up about halfway full of water, okay, and then I set it on this device, hit start. Now we know that water boils at 212 degrees, so all I got to do, there's 210, 220, is leave that right there. Now we're set on medium to medium low here, 1500 watts. I can adjust the watts, the time, and it's got different programs I've never used yet. Or I can set the here max sear, high, and medium high. Right now it's kind of low. I'll turn it on high. There we go, and it jumps up to 425. That might lower automatically as I lower this. Yes, it does. I just saw the light come on. In a minute this one will come on as I lower the temperature. There it is at 270. We know water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, so 220, if you don't mind. Usually when I first start, it's cold water, so I crank this bitch up to like 500 or 6 or whatever, and just wait. It don't take as long to heat up, and then crank it back down and go to 220 if I want little steam like I used today. If I want a whole lot of steam like I see a lot of YouTubers doing with way too much, all I gotta do is crank this up, make it hotter. It'll boil harder inside, and it'll make more steam and make it faster. Now the cool thing about this is this thing never gets hot. It's running right now. It's heating the water as we speak, and I can lay my hand, anywhere on it. This does get hot. Eventually that'll get really hot as the water heats up, but the burner itself never heats up. I love this new technology, baby. Got to love the new technology. But that's the way that works, and that's what I use. I thought, so many people were asking me about it. I'll just make a short video about it and show it to you. And then, of course, when you want to stop, you just hit that, it maintains your readings. In case you want to go again, all you got to do is hit start, and you go right back up to the same temperature you had set on before you hit clear, or pause rather. If I hit it again, it clears everything, and the system is off now. So yeah, man, that's what I use to make steam. And like I say, I can adjust how much steam I get by the temperature here. Higher temperature above 212 boils the water more vigorously in here, and it makes more steam. Now, a little trick I learned. Like I say, I fill this up about halfway. If you don't have enough water in it, it'll heat the water faster, but you got to have a higher temperature to make the steam come out, okay? Whereas if you fill it up halfway or 2/3, it takes longer to heat that much water. Not very long on this rig, but it takes longer. But you have less room in there for compression, so the steam gets shoved out sooner at a lower temperature once you get it up there. So there you go. And like I say, it's got a release valve right here, just in case. I don't know what that goes off at, but if I get too worried, or I think it's, you know, too much pressure in there, I can manually let it off right there with that little device. And I can also occasionally take a flashlight. You can't see it now because it's not boiling. It's hard to see through there, but I can see the water in there for extra security that we do have bubbles. It is boiling, rather. And I can check the water level through that too. And all this is just remove these. I can't do it with one hand. Yeah, I can. And then pop this up. You can squeeze this, by the way, and it works the release valve there just by squeezing the handle. And there, I give you a shot of the water inside. And here's what the lid looks like. It's got a rubber seal around the lid. And there is the release valve. It releases automatically. This valve is the one I can control here by squeezing the handle. And that's all there is to it, folks. You can steam a lot of hours. That creates an airtight seal around there, and then once the steam gets built up inside, the seal only gets tighter. So that's what I use. It's called a New Wave Pick Gold. Cooking surface can remain hot after cooking. Well, it's not from the burner, it's from whatever's setting on it. So there you go. It's a, you know, like I say, I've used steam for at least close to 200 times before, and I've only been using this thing for I don't know, 4 years, something like that. And I'm not going to go back to cappuccino machines and coffee pots and stuff. This thing is the way to go, just because you can control it. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I hope that answers the questions about the steam machine. By the way, I don't know if I can say this company's name or not, but I can tell you this: they go through some shit.